Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto, and today I'm here with my April Plan With Me. This video is slightly different because, as you can see, my cover page is already done. So basically, I did a challenge with Archer and Olive, and you can go check out that blog post and that video. I will have both linked down below. But I did a random acrylograph challenge where I spun a wheel. It selected 3 acrylographs, and then I tried to come up with a theme with those particular colors. And the colors that I got were the red from the primary collection, heliotrope, which is the purple, and then mellow tangerine, and that was from the Amanda Rach Lee collection. So this is the theme that I came up with. It's hot air balloons. So this is my cover page, and let's go ahead and get into the rest of my bullet journal setup. If you want to watch me setting up this cover page, again, that will be linked down below, along with the printable that I created with a bunch of hot air balloons. So let's go ahead and get on to the rest of this. So I made the very grave mistake in March of forgetting to put in a calendar. I did end up leaving some space, luckily, that I was able to put in a calendar, but I did not want to forget it for April. So I did set up my calendar first because I know that I'll forget. So here is my calendar setup. I am doing, again, my very basic setup where I can switch around the types of boxes that I do, all that kind of stuff. But I am using the 3 colors I picked with the pen challenge, and I am going in and I am adding in the boxes. I do a Monday start calendar. It just makes sense for me. And whenever I encourage people to bullet journal, I encourage to do what's best for them. And Monday calendars are what's best for me, because that's what day of the week my work week starts. And then a lot of times when we do stuff on the weekends, it is kind of combined. So that's why Monday works for me, and I'm sure it works for a lot of other people. In fact, it does work for most of the world. US is one of the few countries that primarily does a Sunday start calendar, and it's a very odd choice, but regardless, it's fine. And you can see that I'm doing kind of this cascading color, so I am just continually switching the pens as well. So I mentioned this in my video with Archer and Olive when I am picking this theme and setting everything up. But my main theme is a hot air balloon theme, but because I am in the blackout notebook, I thought it would be really cool to do this like daytime, nighttime kind of scene. So, because I wanted to originally with these colors do some sort of sunset, but I want to do that with watercolor. So I decided that it wasn't best to do that in the blackout, especially with this challenge. So I was like, okay, how can I kind of get across a sunset theme without doing a sunset theme and incorporating these hot air balloons? So what I decided to do was add in the, very fake looking clouds. But what I decided to do was to split them in half, because if I split them in half, that's kind of the effect of the sunset. So it is kind of like hot air balloons at night. So that is kind of my thought process, is like, oh, we're heading into nighttime. So the sun is setting, and you can see the colors of the clouds kind of transitioning like it would for a sunset, and then adding in the stars and circles and things like that I really, really enjoy. So that was my thought process when I was putting together this theme, and I really do love how it turned out. I think it's a very unique theme, and that's what I typically like to do with my themes, is take a theme that might be common and make it my own. So I liked the idea of this kind of like sunset looking theme, and patterns and colors and things like that, and kind of doing hot air balloons at night. So that's that's my thought process when it came to picking this particular theme with this challenge, because I didn't have a say over the colors that I picked, so I did have a say over what type of theme that I would do with the colors, and that's what I went for, and I think it's turned out really, really good. So I liked this theme so much that I did mimic it when I was putting together the April kit for my patrons and subscribers. So if you go check out my website right now, you'll see that there is a rainbow hot air balloon kit. I do like to make sure that I have my Pride kits going out around this time of the year. So that's why I didn't mimic this color scheme exactly, but I did have very much the same style with the hot air balloons, with the clouds, with the same types of stars, with the checkered pattern and all that kind of stuff. So I did try to mimic this very closely, but with rainbows so that it could fit for Pride. So here I am setting up my activity log, and for me, my activity log is absolutely vital. I can't imagine my life without my activity log, although I have not been filling it out very well this month, but the good thing is that I do use my Apple Watch to fill in this activity log. So the bar chart to the left is where I put in my move goal, so I just put in what was logged for that day. If I didn't wear my watch, I note that I didn't wear my watch. And then on the right hand side, I put my activity type, so what type of workout I did, what type of movement I did, things like that. Moving over on the right hand page, I have my habit tracker. I did not put the title for the habit tracker. I think it's pretty self-explanatory at this point. And I don't know if I put in what habits I am tracking. I don't know what fitness challenge I'm going to do for the month of April. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing my workouts, whatever challenge I'm doing. Let's see if I can, let's see if I did set it up. Yeah, so I didn't set it up. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar to what I did for March, which is me working out during that day, whatever challenge I decide to pick, if I did the challenge for that day, usually my prescriptions, supplements, things like that. And then down below I have my goals and finance section. That's very new to me this year, but it is something that I have really enjoyed noting what my goals are for the month, and then having a place to write down my finances at the end of the month. And now I am doing a task section. I actually, when I decided to do this tracker, first of all, I used to do this tracker all the time. It is one of my most sold stencils. It is still in my shop. I still sell the physical metal stencil in my shop. But when I was planning this particular page, I did the entire quote page on the wrong page. It is on the next section. So I actually added this in last minute because I skipped 2 pages. So that's why there is a task section here, and that is why I brought out this oldie but goodie stencil over here. And then I decided, because it is April, it doesn't hurt to have a spring cleaning spread. So that's what I did for this particular page. So on my left hand side, I have my normal task section, and then over on the right hand side is where I put my cleaning tasks and spring cleaning. And you will see really quickly that I used the wrong kind of washi tape for this. So one of the things that you want to make sure you do if you are taping down stencils is just to make sure that it's somewhat bad washi tape, to be honest. It's like not the super stickiest type of washi tape, and I use really, really sticky washi tape. So it did pull up some of my page, but that's fine for me because to be honest, part of what I do every single month in 2023 is adding this dot grid paper. So it ended up working really well, actually. And then you can see I'm using one of the new Archer and Olive stencils to mark in my halfway points on the page so that I can put in the titles for my tasks. I did change up my titles this time around, and that is mostly because I messed up. Like I said, usually my task page is a 1-pager, and I have the same type of setup every single month. But I did a 2-pager because I skipped pages. So I have a section for working, filming, designing, and DIYing. So I wanted the ing. For some reason, I thought that was really important to me. So doing business didn't work. And then doing projects didn't work. So I decided to go with filming and designing instead of putting business tasks, and then DIYing instead of projects. And of course, for my home stuff, I have that whole section for spring cleaning. And then this is the page that I had my quote page on, and the task page was supposed to go to the left, but instead I wrote out my monthly review. I could not think of another page that I really needed, so I just decided to go with the monthly review section. And then my quote page, I have really, really been enjoying putting in these quote pages. So I definitely want to continue doing that each month. It has been very nice for me. And the quote that I decided to do with is, "Nothing can prevent us from another day and night and the myth of perpetual flight." So I thought that that was perfect because of the whole theme being hot air balloons, and then also this kind of day into night aspect, and having kind of the clouds of the day, the sunset of the day, and then the stars of the night. So it kind of worked very, very perfectly. So I really, really like having quote pages. It's just a nice break in what really leads me into the weekly section. So again, really loved it. And honestly, it makes for really good Instagram content, which is super helpful because we always have to feed the beast, and it's very annoying, but you know what? It's life. So that is my entire setup. I'm going to do a flip through with you, and I hope you really, really enjoyed this setup because I really, really enjoyed making it. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave a balloon emoji in the comments because that helps feed the algorithm gods and really helps this video get exposed to more people. And also let me know what theme you are deciding on for the month of April. I would love to hear different types of themes that you all are choosing. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.